Yo! What up? Look at this. Surrounded by nature. Can't go anywhere but forwards unless I want to swim. But started on my first walk this morning, getting ready to do a role-playing call with Grant's team, and had to recenter myself, right? Had to remind myself of how blessed I am. Oh, look at that rabbit. Look at that rabbit. Had to remind myself, though, like how blessed I am and being grateful and reminding myself, because this morning's been a little bit rough. I've been working on getting back in the swing of things, and was setting up our emailer account this morning, and went through a different domain host. I usually use GoDaddy. However, scarcity thinking, not being abundant, I decided to go use a different domain source because it only cost me $2 or whatever for the 2 domains for like a year or something like that, instead of just doing what I usually do. And because of that, it's now about 9:15 or whatever, and I spent about 3 hours with him this morning and didn't make any progress because, don't know why, but when I ordered it, it took 2.5 hours to deliver. Interestingly enough, GoDaddy delivers it instantly. And then after 2.5 hours of it getting to deliver, I'm still missing the second one. And this is after I talked to support, immediately after I bought it and everything like that. And it just didn't work, right? And they didn't have a solution. They didn't know what was going on. So I was getting frustrated. But I had to remind myself to be grateful, to be present, to realize that there's a million and a billion worse things that could happen. But just goes to show you guys, right? Like, you get what you pay for in life. So if you want the greatest, if you want it fast and you want it great, like, you gotta pay a little bit more, right? So if you want something quick, don't be cheap and not willing to pay for it. And so because of that, right, just because of that little tiny tweak and tiny decision, I had to reroute and adjust my day wherever God's taking me on this lovely trail. But I had to go through and reroute my day and rewire my brain, right? Because I've been so focused on wanting to make progress, and this is the one thing that needs to get done. And I just want it done like right now. And then you get these roadblocks and these obstacles that come in. And then it's a challenge of which I didn't do the greatest, right? But we always get to get better. It's a matter of treating customer service reps correctly. It's not their fault either. It's a matter of always shining your light, always being grateful, always being positive. You know, it's easy to always talk about it, but then when we have those opportunities or the chances to live it, that's where we don't always pass. But when we don't, it's a matter of looking back and reflecting and being like, okay, where did I go wrong? How can I do this better? And what can I do to ensure this never happens again, right? Because to pretend this isn't a growth game, to pretend like we're not growing every single day, we'd just be kidding ourselves. So it's realizing like it's gonna happen. We're not always gonna do exceptional. However, we're blessed, right, to be a human, and so we're allowed to change. We're blessed to get to analyze ourselves. We're blessed to be able to analyze our mistakes, analyze how we did things, how we presented ourselves, how we treat other people, how we talk to people, how our tonality, our psychology, everything like that, right? And so when we can make those tiny tweaks, it's the tiny tweaks that make the biggest difference. And another one, right, like, don't have phone service at the moment because I was cheap the other day and just bought a phone service with limited gigabytes instead of an unlimited one because I wasn't sure where the money was going to come from. And instead of having faith, I made a limited decision, and now I'm living in the consequence of currently not having data essentially when I'm out of the house. So I get to go spend more time and resources to find another solution, because going to Grant's marketing workshop this weekend with Grant and his team. So definitely not an option to not have great internet. So blessed to be able to go find a solution, blessed to be able to learn and to continue to grow, blessed to continue to make great choices and to continue to get smarter, and blessed to ask the hard questions, right? Because if we aren't willing to ask the hard questions, then how are we going to grow in life? The quality of your life is determined upon the quality of questions you ask yourself. So keep crushing it, guys, and make sure you're looking for quality, not just the cheap thing. All right, so let me know what you guys got out of this. Drop your biggest takeaway below and keep crushing it. What's up?